evening and welcome to this edition of NewsLeader on 6. Today is Tuesday, August the 20th, 2019. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, recently released Tennessee unemployment numbers continue to be impressive. Unity Medical Center in Manchester has completed requirements to convert to a not-for-profit hospital. The Coffee County Airfoilers are getting ready for a big show this weekend. The Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association is planning a fly-in in Tullahoma, and we'll tell you why you need to close your interior doors in your home at night while you're sleeping. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6. Don't stop believing, Tullahoma. Faithfully, Tullahoma Parks and Rec is excited to welcome back Journey Resurrection, a Journey tribute band that will perform free for the public Friday, September the 6th at Fraser McEwen Park at 7 p.m. The wheel in the sky will keep on turning, so bring your chairs and blankets. Cold drinks and food will be on hand, and you can have it any way you want it. We'll see you there, rain or shine. Resurrection, a Journey tribute band in Tullahoma. Friday, September 6th at Fraser McEwen Park.
The wait is finally over. The all-new redesigned Ford Ranger is back at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma. Stop and test drive one today at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma on Highway 55, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
My wife Jackie has always been the life of the party, but things changed when she couldn't be as active anymore.
They told me I needed a double knee replacement.
It's not as big a deal as it used to be, but she still needed to go to rehab.
I was amazed at how good the therapists were at Life Care. They took really good care of me.
They took excellent care of her. And now she's back doing the things she loves, and that makes everyone happy.
Life Care Center of Tullahoma wants you to get active and live well.
Welcome back. Year-to-year comparison of recently released unemployment data from the Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development shows the July 2019 statewide seasonally adjusted rate of 3.5% matches the figure from the same month a year ago. The July 2019 statistic represents a small increase of 0.1 of a percentage point when compared to June's revised unemployment rate of 3.4%. Labor and Workforce Commissioner Jeff McCord said, quote, "Summer is the time of year when Tennesseans are in transition. People are moving, coming home, and going back to school, changing jobs and taking time for themselves, which impacts unemployment at various levels across the state," end quote.
While the unemployment rate did inch upward, Tennessee employers still created thousands of new jobs in July. Non-farm employment increased across the state by 4,000 jobs between June and July. The leisure hospitality sector saw the most growth, followed by the manufacturing and education health services sectors. Over the last 12 months, non-farm employment in Tennessee grew by 55,100 new positions, with the majority of those jobs occurring in the leisure, hospitality, manufacturing, and trade transportation utility sectors. Nationally, the unemployment situation remained steady in July. The seasonally adjusted rate of 3.7% mirrored the United States rate from June. In a year-to-year comparison, unemployment across the country dropped by 0.2 of a percentage point last month compared to the same time period in 2018. Individual unemployment rates for each of Tennessee's 95 counties will be available later this week.
Unity Medical Center in Manchester has filed the final paperwork with the Tennessee Secretary of State to convert from a for-profit to a non-profit hospital. The Internal Revenue Service approved the hospital's request last December. The transition from a for-profit physician-owned hospital to a non-profit hospital means that Unity will be able to expand its services at the hospital and physicians' clinics in order to keep up with advances in medical technology and to meet the evolving medical needs of the growing community. Martha McCormick, Chief Executive Officer of the hospital, said, quote, "This is a great day for Unity Medical Center and for the future of healthcare in the Manchester area. This transition opens the door for us to take advantage of opportunities to bring more quality healthcare services to our community," end quote. Unity Medical Center, the result of the merger between United Regional Medical Center and Medical Center of Manchester, was classified as a physician-owned hospital since doctors owned a portion of the parent company. When implemented in 2010, the Affordable Care Act prevented starting new physician-owned hospitals and also placed significant restrictions on existing physician-owned hospitals.
New services that Unity plans to implement soon are inpatient medical detox and opening an intensive care unit. Another service that could soon follow is the use of telemedicine through a partnership with TriStar Centennial that will allow for patients at Unity Medical Center to be examined remotely with the use of a robot by specialists at other hospitals. In addition to adding new services, Unity will be eligible for more grants as a nonprofit. CEO McCormick said, quote, "We will qualify for additional grants specifically to recruit physicians, and we will also be eligible for some student loan forgiveness programs for workers moving to rural healthcare settings," end quote. The transition will create no disruption of daily operations at the hospital. The management team will remain in place, and employees should expect no interruption in hospital operations, pay, or benefits. Unity Medical Center is a 49-bed acute care hospital located at 481 Interstate Drive in Manchester that operates 2 rural health clinics employing over 40 medical providers. The hospital can be reached by phone at 931-728-6354.
More NewsLeader is coming up in a moment.
Cool off at Southern Middle Tennessee's newest water park, Tullahoma's Splash Island. Fun for all ages. 3 25-foot water slides, lazy river, fun water features for toddlers, tasty food items available. All this and more, only $5 from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. or 4 to 9 p.m. Sundays 1 to 6. Join the fun at Tullahoma's Splash Island.
Mustang Sally. You better slow that Mustang down at Russell Barnett Ford in Tullahoma on Highway 55, where you can receive up to $4,000 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Ford in Tullahoma. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. Tom Corrington spoke recently with Carla Smith from the Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association about a big fly-in the organization is planning in Tullahoma.
We're talking today, folks, with Carla Smith, who is a director for events for the AOPA, and we're going to start by asking her to tell us what the AOPA is and how does she fit into this. So what is it, and tell us about what it is, and then we'll get into your event that's coming up.
Okay, sounds great. The AOPA stands for the Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association. They're based out of Frederick, Maryland, and we are the largest aviation-related organization representing pilots and aircraft owners in the country. We have about 350,000 members of AOPA,
wow.
Not just in the United States, but also internationally as well. So sort of think of us sort of like as the NRA for pilots, if you will. Our job is to help promote safety and advocacy for pilots and to help protect your freedom to fly. Is what AOPA is all about.
Okay. And you have a fly-in, I don't know how often, how regular, and you've got one coming up. So
yes, sir, we do. We do. September 13th and 14th. We're really, really excited. This year is our 80th anniversary. So Mark Baker, our CEO, wanted to do something really special to help celebrate 80 years of protecting your freedom to fly. So we have a program, an outreach program called our Regional Fly-Ins. Typically they happen, we usually have 4 a year across the country. This year we decided to only do 3 so we could sort of do bigger, more robust fly-ins in these local communities. So we started our year off at our home base in Frederick, Maryland, and also did a celebration with the D-Day Squadron there. And then we went out to Livermore, California in June, and we're going to wrap our year up here in Tullahoma, Tennessee to end our 80th anniversary celebration. So what makes this really, really unique for us is Tullahoma, is the first community and the first airport that AOPA has come back to. We were selected in 2015, and it's a really intense process to be selected. There's a lot of criteria that an airport and a community has to meet before they are awarded an AOPA fly-in. So it's really, really excited that we're coming back to my hometown twice, which again is a first. So it's exciting because again we do this all over the country, and you know, this Tullahoma girl believes there's no place like home. So I'm excited to bring AOPA and general aviation enthusiasts and pilots back to Tullahoma.
Well, you're kind of covering the country, all right, with a one in Maryland, one in California, and then you wind up in the middle of Tennessee.
In the middle of Tennessee, that's right.
So, okay. What are you expecting? What and who and how many?
What and who and how many? Well, first of all, we are praying for beautiful weather. That's in 2015. We were hit with rain, which hurt our numbers a little bit, but still it was amazing. The folks that couldn't fly in, they still hopped in their cars and drove, which speaks a lot about what Tullahoma has to offer. We are planning for beautiful blue skies. We will plan to see about 300 to 400 aircraft, potentially more. Again, this is a weather-driven event, so if planes are able to fly in, they will fly in. And we have parking facilities for about 3,000 to 4,000 cars. So we're ready for people to fly, drive, or walk, however they want to get here. We've got room for them.
Just as long as they come, huh?
As long as they come, yes, sir.
You had I think I noticed that you had a fair amount of competition for this event.
We do. It's again, we have a requested proposal that goes out to all the airports across the country, general aviation airports, and the airports submit a bid, and we go through a process of interviewing the community stakeholders, the airport stakeholders, and to see if we can be a good fit for to host an event like this, because we are asking a lot. We are asking to use hangars, we're asking to use your runways and your ramps and your tarmacs, and so we're asking a lot to let us come in here and set up a mini convention, if you will, on your airport, which sort of takes a few things out of play, and we sort of have to work around that. But we've 50 to 100 airports during the time frame that we've been doing these have applied to have a regional fly-in at their local airport.
How many have had? How many do you have for bid this time?
This time we had around 50 to come in to bid. We were doing double bids. We're bidding for the 80th anniversary celebration, which is a little larger, and then we are also accepting bids for 2021, which will be a smaller scaled version of what we're doing this round.
We'll be right back with more NewsLeader on 6.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. It's a Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. The Coffee County Airfoilers are hosting their annual Giant Scale Fun Fly event this weekend. John Gray spoke with two of the show's organizers.
Folks, we're back, and I've been foiled again. You know, that was what was that, a Rocky and Bullwinkle statement there, foiled again, because look here in front of me, this beautiful Mr. Vol, Tennessee University airplane, and the Airfoilers Tullahoma Club are here. And what's going on, guys?
Well, let's see.
It's Coffee County Airfoilers.
Coffee
County Airfoilers.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Coffee Airfoilers.
We just call it Coffee Airfoilers. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Coming up Saturday, let's see, Friday and Saturday, the 23rd and 24th, and the 25th, our giant scale event. So this is kind of a representation of a giant scale plane. 80 inches and above on a single wing, 63 and above on a biplane.
Biplane, yeah.
We'll be out there for 3 days. Friday night is just kind of like all day Friday is kind of like a just get together fun fly.
Right.
We register Friday night. Anybody that registers, we're feeding them. So we're having a Mexican.
Oh, that's great.
We're having a Mexican buffet like we did last year.
Yeah.
So if you're registered family, come out and we'll feed you for free. And then we just hang out at night. And then Saturday morning, the 24th, is the big event all day. And then our raffle and prizes will be at 3. And then hang out and fly after that, and then Sunday is just kind of like a free-for-all. Do what you want.
Free for all.
Free for all. Just
Free for all.
fly.
That's right.
No particulars on Sunday, but just.
But
fly.
this one is basically for the larger aircraft.
80 inches and above on a single wing. 63 and above on a biplane. And I'm easy though. If you want to come fly, I don't care. Just
Bring it.
Bring it. I'll let you fly.
And this truthfully qualifies as a giant scale, but there will be some out there that make this look like a toy.
Yeah. I'm hoping
Seriously.
to have a 50%er out there, which is, I think he was about 150-inch wing or bigger. It's It's a Patty Wagstaff plane. I'm not sure if they're coming, but I think they will. He usually puts on
a question that I would ask is, are some of these large enough that y'all had to coordinate with the airport?
No.
Are y'all far enough away from what's going on out there to?
We're in uncontrolled space, so no, we don't have to coordinate. We don't have anything there that's 50 pounds and above. So if it's above 50 pounds, then it gets a little hairy.
And the Air Force actually supports us in what we do out there.
Yeah, we're on the base.
Big time.
So Tullahoma Airport doesn't really get in our
get in that space out there,
And we don't get in theirs.
Yeah, we don't get in theirs, and they don't get in ours.
There you go. Okay. Well, you see a lot of in today's publicity and in the military, you see a lot of work being done by drones.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about these little drones that fly around that people own,
right?
But
big drones.
Big drones.
Yeah.
And I would imagine some of them that they use are not a whole lot bigger than this aircraft right here.
The military is doing, like you say, a lot, and now kids are learning to fly drones, like you said, FPV, first person, with the goggles, and that gets them into a military career too.
Yeah, we have instructors that actually teaches them to fly. We provide all the equipment. All they got to do is come and say, I want to fly, and this is one of the gentlemen that instructs them.
We'll hook you up.
Well, and that's another question. During this 3-day event, are there classes that take place during that, or is this just a fly and have fun?
This is a fly and have fun. Our training is scheduled April through October, 10 to 2 on a Saturday.
Saturdays.
All the information's on our website, which right there. Just look us up, and my phone number's on there, and the other instructors' phone numbers. And you can just get a hold of us and schedule a time.
You go to that web address right there, and that is the Coffee Air Force web address. Everything they need to know is there.
And if you go in there and click events, you'll see the giant scale event.
Right.
You can look at the videos that Ernie's put up. And this is my friend in Shelbyville that owns this company that builds these planes, and every year he donates a flight. And again, he donated a flight in one of his planes. We're going to raffle it off at the event on Saturday. And you just get a hold of him, and he'll take you up, and he'll actually let you put your hands on the sticks and fly his plane.
But also about noon, we usually serve some really good food.
We're actually grilling.
And that's important.
That's the only reason Ernie comes.
It is very important.
It is.
We're actually grilling burgers and dogs, and the plates are $5.
That's great. Yeah, that's great.
And like I said, if you're registered, the $25 for the 3 days, you get
fed.
You get fed on Saturday. That includes.
More NewsLeader is coming up in a moment.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma. Only 2 remaining 2018 Kia Stingers, up to $10,000 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family caring for your family since 1932.
Welcome back. The Tennessee Department of Commerce and Insurance says when it comes to fire safety, a closed door could save your life. Home fire survivor Lindsay Kaywood shares her powerful story about surviving a home fire thanks in part to a closed door and the fast response of firefighters and emergency personnel.
Closing a bedroom door at night is an easy way to help protect your family during a fire. Home fires burn hotter and faster than ever before, giving you less time to escape. A closed door could be the difference between life and death. Bradley County emergency responders and a closed door helped save Cleveland, Tennessee resident Lindsay Kaywood's life during a home fire. Today, Lindsay is sharing her story of survival.
It was a Wednesday. It was a pretty normal day for me. I had the day off from work, and so I'd spent most of it around my house. And that evening, I was upstairs in my bedroom in the adjoining bathroom, and I could feel the floor get very hot. And whenever I walked out into my bedroom, there was smoke coming over the top of my door, which thankfully had been closed already. And at that point, I grabbed my cell phone, called 911, and went back into the bathroom and closed the door again.
The call originally came in from Lindsay's brother, and my partner had answered the phone and got Lindsay on the line, and then the line disconnected. So we had her phone number, so I called Lindsay back just to try to get more information on where in the house she was, if she was close to a window. And then that's when she told me that she was in the bathroom, so I had her just stay in the doorway so that they would be able to get to her quicker versus being out in the middle of a room.
911, what's the location of your emergency?
Paso Lane, Northeast, Cleveland, Tennessee.
Paso Lane, Northeast.
Yes, it's a fire. I'm inside.
You can't get out?
No, I can't get out.
Okay, Lindsay, when they come in the front door, how do they get to you?
They go up this stairs. I'm in the second floor. They go to the right. I'm in the second floor of the garage.
Stay in the bathroom, but stay at the door.
Okay.
Do not hang up with me, okay?
Okay.
Listen, the fire department's there. They're trying to get to that window, okay?
Okay.
In Lindsay's case, in what we're talking about with the closed door campaign, closing that door actually helped. When she came out, she had still stopped breathing and she had no pulse rate, but due to closing the door, it gave more time for firefighters to get to her before the heat got there, but the smoke had already got there, and then was able to be revived. So closing the door makes a big difference on how much you're going to be taken in over the course of the fire.
In today's homes, in the construction type of today's homes, with them burning much faster, much hotter, it's so important to have a working plan of getting out, but having steps and processes in place to give you more time to get out. And that is composed of a working smoke alarm, and that being throughout your house and in every area that you sleep, and having a closed door, and that provides a buffer and a time of insulation to be made aware of the situation and then to evacuate from the home.
What people don't realize is in every home or every structure, there's a life-saving device that's built into it. In Lindsay's case, that door made a 900-degree difference, and it saved her life.
It was incredible, the difference between my room and the bathroom and the rest of our house. Everything was charred and paint was melted off the wall, and you really couldn't tell what things were. Ceiling was falling down, and I think it's incredibly important knowing now what was on the other side of the door and the amount of damage and the fire and heat. If it hadn't been closed, then the rest of our house and myself would have been engulfed in it. So I think it's very important to have a barrier in between yourself and the fire.
Working smoke alarms, practicing a fire escape plan, and closing bedroom doors at night can help save lives during home fires. To learn more about the Close the Door project, visit knoxhomebox.com/closethedoor.
And don't forget to tune into this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evening at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Mike Inman, CEO of the Walking Horse Celebration, who will speak to us about this year's event. Fran Gray will drop by to tell us about the Alzheimer's Association of Tennessee's plan to Purple Out in September, and Johnny Heiss of the Lynchburg Music Festival will stop by to tell us about this weekend's event. All that and more on this week's Living.
Stay with us. We'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma. Check out the 2019 fully loaded V6 Kia Sorento, up to $6,400 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
You made the time and the sacrifice to broaden their horizons, to see their smiles, but mostly to make lifelong memories. We think it's time to do it again, just the two of you. Don't let illness or injury slow you down. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Since the moment you were born, I've made 1,000 wishes. Wishes for your future in a world that's changing fast. Do play and laugh. Do win and lose. Do it all with confidence, kindness, and strength. And always do your best to remember that no matter what you do in this life, what matters to me is that you keep doing.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1936 at 97 degrees. The record low was in 1940 at 53 degrees. Average high on this day is 87 and the average low is 65. Partly cloudy weather in the forecast for tonight with a low of 71. Afternoon storms in the forecast for Wednesday with a high of 86 and a low of 69, and scattered storms in the forecast for Thursday with a high of 83 and a low of 68. And that's our NewsLeader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for NewsLeader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great evening.